Yeah, it's going to be hot and it's going to feel hot out there, Jenny, but thankfully we do have some small or increasing rain chances, we'll say, for this afternoon. You can see those puffy white clouds out there, lots of blue sky accompanying that as well, and you can see downtown Austin kind of in the misty distance. It is going to be another humid day across the area, so we're starting to warm up well into the 80s across the area. LaGrange already at 87 degrees, Fredericksburg a little cooler at 81 there, and 83 out towards Austin. All right, satellite and radar. We've been watching West Texas for quite some time now. They are seeing multiple rounds of rain over the past couple of days and are expected to see more rain as we head through our Tuesday today. So if you got friends and family out there, make sure they're watching out for some of those flash flood chances. They are underneath a flood watch at the moment. But over towards the east, out towards the Gulf, this is what we're watching right here. This small kind of surface low or disturbance, we can even call it, is moving further to the west and is going to make it onto the shoreline there of Texas and will lead to some increased coverage of rain as we head into this afternoon. Also a big weather headline, the tropics. Now usually we see our first tropical storm form a couple of days earlier from now, but now we have Tropical Storm Andrea. Very, very hard to see even on radar. This isn't going to be anything that impacts land probably at all. It's expected to go back down to a tropical depression as early as 9 a.m. tomorrow. So not too much of a weather headline, but you can tell that, hurricane season has certainly started.
It was quiet for a bit. Yeah. All right, Grace, thank you so much. Very afraid of my electricity bill because I've been cranking it down to 66.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
It's going to be hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
But we have to.
I know. It's unbearable out there.
It's gross.
It's gross, yeah.
It's
and
gross.
Today we're expecting pretty much the same conditions. We might see a little bit more rainfall this afternoon though, so.
Okay, there's that.
Yeah, there's that. That may help cool us off a little bit, but yes, most of the United States really feeling those hot temperatures. However, conversely, on the other side of the United States, look at Seattle, 64 degrees, 62 in Billings, 68 in Denver. So some of us feeling almost, I don't know, fall or spring-like out there. But as you can see, as we head further to the east, those temperatures just get hotter and hotter. We've got 95 degrees in Washington, D.C. right now. That's even hotter than Austin, who is sitting at 83 degrees at the moment. It's a nice looking view out towards the city and across the horizon. We do have, a little bit of a misty look out there. Of course, that's that humidity starting to pump in as we head further and further into the day here. 86 degrees at the airport, 83 over at Camp Mabry, dew points at 71 degrees, so it is going to feel quite muggy out there. And yeah, I knew when I stepped past LaGrange it would be at 100 degrees. 102 feeling like in LaGrange, 99 in Bastrop, feeling like 88 here in Austin, but along the I-35 corridor, a couple of places feeling like the 90s already. Now, we have dry conditions across the map for now. However, I did say that we are going to see some increasing rain chances for this afternoon, about a 20 to maybe even now 30% chance. So out towards West Texas, a lot of rain actually been happening over there for multiple days. So they're under a flood watch. We really need to be watching those places for potential for flash flooding. Now, for us, we're not going to get enough rain from this small disturbance that's starting to move westward here. This is going to move over towards Houston and Corpus Christi this afternoon. And of course, we are going to also be influenced by some sea breeze showers and storms a little bit later on this afternoon too. Now, do I think this is going to make it all the way into central Texas? Maybe not, but it's very possible that our areas along and east of I-35 will have maybe a 30 to even 40% chance for showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, but the region as a whole probably about a 20% chance. So overnight tonight, we dip down to the 70s by wake up on Wednesday morning. We've got 6 a.m. 70s across the map. Very dry conditions to at least start off the day Wednesday. And then as we continue into Wednesday afternoon, you'll see those isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms that continue to work their way back into the region. And we'll let you guys know exactly what's going to be going on there a little bit later on for tomorrow. We'll have some more updates on that. As for the tropics, we do have one actually kind of large large headline, even though our system is not large at all. Just that little blip on the map you can see, that is our first named tropical storm of the season. Now it is expected to downgrade back to a depression within the next 24 hours. So we're not going to see Andrea for long. And the next name on the list is going to be Barry. Then we've got Chantal, Dexter, Aaron, Ferdinand, and Gabrielle upcoming next. So your next 7 days of your forecast, we are watching for those isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms over the next couple of days. However, the further we go into the late week, we're going to see even drier conditions and, of course, those hot conditions too. We'll be back right after this. Good morning and welcome back. 11:30 is your time on this Tuesday. A lot of the United States dealing with not only heat but humidity as well. On our water vapor satellite, you can see there's not a ton of dry air across the United States. A little bit of a swath moving up towards the Appalachian region, but you can see from Chicago all the way down to Dallas, and of course Austin will be feeling that humidity today, and of course that is contributing to our heat that we're feeling. Already feels like 88 in Austin, 97 for Bastrop, and 102 out there for LaGrange. Fayette County, always the most humid place on the map here in Central Texas. Thankfully, though, our radar is completely dry for the moment. However, as we head into this afternoon, we're watching a bit of a disturbance in the Gulf. That's going to be shifting westward as we head into the next couple of days and will influence our chances for rain. Now, this is giving a little bit better of a chance for our Tuesday afternoon as well as our Wednesday afternoon. So as we shift into the next couple of days, we'll let you know about those rain chances, when they're coming, and how much rain coverage we think that we're going to see for the area. So we'll have those details for you in just a few minutes. From the way our forecast looks now, July 4th could be dry and nice for people. But of course, we've got, lots of things we're always tracking here in Central Texas. But for now, heat, humidity, some isolated chances for rain.
Repeat.
Yes, repeat. So here's what we're going to be dealing with as we head into the day today. Of course, Texas is not the only one feeling that high heat this afternoon. We've got heat alerts all across the central and eastern portions of the United States. Of course, that extreme heat warning still going on for areas of Boston to New York, all the way down to Raleigh, even south of Raleigh in kind of southern North Carolina there. But of course, as we extend down to Texas, we don't really have any heat alerts here. We just have one heat advisory just off towards those far eastern portions of Texas. But yeah, that high pressure is going to favor the East Coast as we head into the next couple of days here. But on the other side of things, we've got this large trough. So the jet stream is now pushing downward and bringing lots of cooler air to the West Coast. So look at it's just so interesting to see Seattle at 64 degrees, Billings at 62, and then we got 95 over towards Washington, D.C. That's even hotter than Austin and New Orleans, who are sitting in the 80s right now. Of course, it doesn't feel like the 80s in our region because we have such high dew points for today. Austin sitting at 71 for the dew point right now, 73, swampy Houston over there, as well as Corpus Christi at 74 for their dew point. Now we are seeing heat, humidity, but we're also tracking the potential for some rain chances. If you can see off towards kind of the boot of Louisiana here, we do have a small disturbance that will be shifting this way around that high pressure dome, and that is going to increase our chances for rain over the next couple of afternoons. Now, as we head into this afternoon and early this evening, I'm not sure all of this is going to make it into Central Texas. We'll probably just be dealing again with some very isolated activity to the east of I-35 and maybe portions of I-35 as well. Now we're seeing similar conditions as we head into Wednesday afternoon as well. You'll notice temperatures are down just a little bit with that cloud and with the cloud cover as well as the rain chances. And of course, we got to talk about that humidity too, because even as we head further into this week, we are expected to nod off those rain chances a little bit. However, the humidity is still going to be very high, even almost tropical feeling. So here's that 7-day forecast for you guys. Today, about a 20% chance of isolated thunderstorms thunderstorms tomorrow, 20 to 30% chance across the region. We draw that down for Thursday and Friday, a little bit less humid, but still humid. And then temperatures actually are a little bit higher as we head towards the late week here. We got 97 on the map on Friday, 96 through the weekend. And then for Monday of next week, we start things off at 95 degrees as we get closer and closer to July here.